tear-jerking reunion with faithful dog missing for 2 whole years. It was hard to imagine anybody loved this poor old doggo when he was picked up by an animal shelter in Ukraine in June 2019. Lord, as we now know he's called, came to the shelter emaciated and covered in mange. A handsome and lovely boy, he was clearly very old and had been living on the streets for some time. He looked like a pup with his best days behind him. Little did he know that the best day of his life lay ahead of him as all his hopes and dreams came true and 2 hurt hearts got healed. Dogs really are amazing creatures. We've all heard stories of their incredible memories and loyalty, and in these pictures you can see hard evidence. The story goes that Lord was in terrible shape when the shelter picked him up, all skin and bone and covered in mange, but he was a lovely, gentle old man. The shelter gave him food and medicine and built up his strength before trying to find him a forever home. Sharing his images and details on their Facebook page, the shelter really weren't expecting much of a response. Raggedy old pups like Lord can be notoriously difficult to find a loving home for, but much to the shelter's surprise, the post got an unusually high response. Maybe there was just something in Lord's eyes that tugged on the old heartstrings, but the post was shared hundreds of times, an awful lot for a little animal shelter in the Ukraine. And thanks to the good old internet, 2 days after the picture was posted, a woman got in touch. She said that it looked like her dog Lord, who had been stolen from her yard in 2017. She had been devastated by her loss. She'd been looking for him for 2 years. Galina Lekanova told the Dodo all this time her owner had been looking for him. He really is a beloved family pet. She'd shared all over social media and in groups. Somehow, Lord had managed to get away from the people who stole him, and it seems like all this time the poor lost dog has been wandering the streets trying to find his way back home. Heartbreaking, but in a good way. The very next day, Lord's owner turned up to see him. Both of them were a little hesitant at first. The woman wasn't even sure Lord would remember her, but of course he did. After a moment of slow realization, Lord understands that he's found his owner, his lovely person, and the waiting and searches are over. He jumps up and gives her a huge hug, and the woman bursts into tears. The shelter sent out a heartfelt thank you to everyone who shared their post for saving the dog's life and restoring peace to the owner's soul. It really is incredible to think that simply clicking share on a Facebook post has had such a wonderful impact on these doggy and human lives. You can imagine from the pictures that the dog is recognising her and saying, "It's you, Mum! You found me! Hey, Mum! It's really you! Hi, hi, hi!" Lord and his mum clearly have an amazing bond. Whenever I hear stories like this, I just want to go and spend some quality time with my dogs and let them know that they are appreciated. Share this story with your animal-loving friends and family.